Hello, MillerCoors people. Today I'm going to give you a demonstration on how to run the Epilog laser with your MillerCoors glassware. You're going to want to turn on your PC. Also, you may want a power strip, and you're going to want to grab your blue cable, connect it to the PC, and also connect it to the back of the laser. There's a blue slot back there to connect the blue cable. Then also you're going to want to power up your laser. You got your power switch down on that left-hand side down there. So we also have the fixture, of course the glassware, and the number one most important thing, the focal gauge right there. So again, PC, power cable, blue cable, the power cable for the laser, and the fixture and the focal gauge. That's all the components you need to be up and running and marking glassware. So the next thing I want to explain is the fixture. And you can see that there's two slots, and they're labeled here. One says Coors Banquet, and basically what you're going to want to do is take your glass and dive it down into the slot at the top. So the lip is going to go all the way to the top of the fixture right there, and you can see there it is right there, because we're making a flat surface right here. And so I usually orientate it with the Coors label facing down, and then we're going to orientate it in the machine in the upper left hand corner. So it's important to lower your table down first before you get going here. So I'm going to power up. I got my PC powered up. It's going to home. And it's ready to go. Right there, the display panel will say job. Yep. So now we're ready to go. So, focal gauge. What you're going to want to do first on the display is say XY off. And then press the go button. It says XY off, go. We say go. Now the arrow keys are activated, and I can lower the table down. And so you're going to want to lower it down quite a bit. And so now you're going to place your fixture in the upper left hand corner of the machine. And so there we go, nice and snug in that upper left hand corner. We're going to put our glass in, again lip first, and then back end, try to square it off, and so we're ready to go. So now the most important rule here is the focal gauge, and you're going to put the focal gauge right on the carriage here. There's magnets, there's two little pinholes right there where the focal gauge goes, and we're going to want to focus to the surface. And see how I can move this around? And so I basically want to bring the table up with the arrow keys, going back to the arrow keys here, bring the table up until that gauge just barely touches the glass. And you can see I'm just touching at that point there. Maybe I should go down a couple clicks, but that's good. Right there is a good focal point. Maybe one more click down. Okay, just barely touching it, and that's what you want to be doing right there. And so we're already focused, okay? And so to review, again, I'm going to hit reset when I'm done, reset. So again, we're going to have focus to the material. We put our gauge on there. We go over the display, we say XY off, go. Now we can move the carriage around, and the arrow keys move the table up and down. So again, just barely touching the glass. Perfect. Right there. Just right. So take your gauge off, and then hit reset. Now we're able to print to the laser. So we're all set. The laser is all set over there. Now we come to our computer, and we're going to click on our MillerCoors folder. Pretty easy, and we're going to select the brand. So you can see right here I got Coors Light. So I'm going to double click, and then up pops Corel Draw, and there's my text right there. And so These guidelines here indicate the glass and that you don't want anything any larger or any further outside that square box there. And so when you have text 2, you click on it with the pointer tool, the pick tool, and you can move it around with the arrow keys to make sure it's nice and center. And so I'm looking at these square boxes here to make sure it's within those guidelines right there. You don't want to go any larger than that. So if I wanted to change text, I can come over here to the A tool. You can see there's a cursor there. Come on. There you go. And I can highlight and retype in different text. So I'm just going to go back to my pick tool. And so now we're ready to print to the laser. It's as easy as going File Print or Control P. So I'm going to go File Print. Once you say print, then you print to the laser, print. Now the information is over at the laser. You can see it's going to say job 1 Coors Light. So now we're ready to go. And we're going to press the green button.